Hello, everybody. I am Gas. Many know me as the Professor Gas, and this is the Gas Gauge Podcast. This is episode 1, and today we have a very, very, very special guest, Drifter Voyages. How are you, man?
Yo. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm doing really
cool.
great.
I'm super excited for you. This is awesome.
This is crazy. This is number one, man. Number uno.
I feel honored. To be number one.
Dude, same, man. Like, I've watched you grow so much. I think I've known you for 9 months?
Maybe 10 months? Has it only been that long? Feels like years.
I know. And we were just wee little gamers, and now look at you.
We're wee little lads.
Yeah.
I'm still little. What do you mean?
Dude, you're killing it out there. But yeah, dude, I have watched you tackle milestone after milestone, and it's amazing. And I feel like maybe you should let the world know. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm down. I'm always down to share. I that's one thing that I have always been so against is gatekeeping.
Yeah, I
can't stand it.
Same.
And like if I have to, I guess quote unquote like shovel through the shit to find the answers and then share it with other people, then I'm definitely gonna do that. So yeah, I'm more than willing. I wish that I would have had that whenever I was trying to learn, but I didn't. So it's like, why not be the person to do that?
It's so crazy because I feel like me and you were kind of like in the same boat there when we first met each other. Like after that raid, and I went to you and I'm like, hey bro, you look like you know some good music. I'm looking for something new on my playlist. And you were like, oh, Familiar with Failure. And I check it out and I come back. I was like, you want me to be honest with you, bro? I love it. It was awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was cool. I'm very thankful to have decided to just raid some random dude on the internet, and then we ended up becoming best buds. It was the start of a beautiful friendship,
Absolutely. Well, let's hear about you, man. What, like, A to Z?
A to Z. Okay, so my online name is Drifter Voyages. My real name is Josh. I'm 33 years old. My birthday is February 17th, and my social security number is beep, 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 beep. So you just want to hear like how I started doing content creation?
No, so yeah, like a little bit of everything that you do. You're kind of like a superhero out in the content world because like of your normal day-to-day job, and then you also are a vocalist in your band, and then you recently, a few months back, you scored a role of content creating not only for yourself but for somebody you've been following, your video editing.
Yeah, so I'm from Texas. I started streaming after my wife decided she wanted to start streaming, and then she kind of just decided that she didn't really enjoy it. And I thought it looked cool, so I was like, I like talking to people, so I'm gonna try it. I was playing on console, doing things like Call of Duty and playing story games like Spider-Man, like stuff like that. And then after I got to affiliate, I kind of hit stagnant for a while. I was at like 150 for a while over on Twitch, and then I decided I want to start trying to do YouTube, and I was terrible at it.
So how is Twitch treated you compared to YouTube?
Twitch, I believe that Twitch is good for like especially starting out, but like they all say, you can't have all your fruit in one basket, and that's very, very true. And all I was doing was Twitch. I wasn't doing any kind of content creation anywhere else, and it was all right. I'm not gonna say it was bad.
Like a good starter place.
Yeah. It was a good way to get comfortable in front of a camera. It was a good way to start introducing yourself to like how programs work, like like OBS, just setting up things on the internet, not being totally terrified of it. But no, it was a good experience, and I still stream over there, or plan to stream over there from time to time. But I mainly focus on the making content offline, because you know, something that we'll probably talk about a little later is like, you know, the key to being successful as a content creator is for your content to be making you money while you're sleeping. So yeah.
Hey man, that sounds great.
Yeah. As far as my job goes, I am a recovery assistant for a rehab facility for drugs and alcohol. I actually joined that because my wife is actually a recovering alcoholic, and she always would. It's funny because it's out of love, but it also kind of seems a little spiteful, because she was like, you don't understand where I'm coming from. And I was like, well, I'm gonna make sure I understand where you're coming from, because I'm gonna surround myself with it.
That's beautiful, man. That's some Romeo and Juliet stuff for sure.
Yeah, and I've been working there for over 4 years now. Fantastic job. I love every minute of it. Right now I'm the overnight recovery assistant, so I work overnight for 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time is spent making content and hanging out with my family, hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then also I'm in a metalcore band that our music focuses on mental health and things like that. Name of the band's Familiar with Failure. We've been a band since 2018, but we're just now starting to like get some like I guess momentum as far as that goes. We're working on a EP to send to labels and all that fun stuff.
I can't wait.
So that's cool. Yeah, it's super fun. But and then yeah, now I actually started streaming on Kick for a little while to try that out, and due to recent things I decided not to really go with Kick. But one of the benefits of that was I met this guy named Rogan Josh, who is a YouTuber. He's got like over 30,000 subscribers, all that stuff. He loved how the little editing that I had done while whenever I moved over to Kick, he loved how it looked, and he asked me to be his editor for metal music reactions, which is what he does on YouTube. And so I took the plunge because I want to do content creation as a full-time gig eventually, which means I'm going to have to work for other people in order to make money. It's not just going to be working for myself, which is a harsh reality that a lot of content creators don't realize when they first try to go full-time. But yeah, so I started working for him. I really enjoyed it, and it was actually, I think, you and him that kind of were like, yo, you should do that.
Yeah.
I was like, no, guys, come on. No.
Well, I mean, it suits you. I mean, that your lifestyle outside of streaming and working is music. So I mean, that's like right up your alley, dude.
True, and it took, you guys that are my friends that care about me to be like, hey, do this. And so I started doing it, and yeah, I hit YouTube partner super quick. I gained over 500 subscribers in the matter of like less than a month, which is like, I guess, kind of unheard of. A lot of people say that you want, it takes at least a year, if not longer. And I mean, yes, I kind of started doing YouTube, but I really hunkered down and started doing it.
So I think
about 3 months, and then switched over to the content creation, and then a month, so like 4 months.
Yeah. So I think when we both went to YouTube, I think I had like 19 followers. Mm-hmm. And then you were in like the 200s or 300s, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's when you were doing your long form, or were you less than that?
No, I was at
or maybe like 150, maybe.
No, I was at 272, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, and then like a couple months went by. When we started the Fortnite grind. Yeah. And oh my god, that was so fun. I love it.
Yeah.
And then right out of nowhere, you're like, no. And then dude, I feel like within the blink of an eye, you were like, bro, I just hit 1K. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was nuts, dude. Like, it's one of those things where I guess I was preventing my own self, doubting myself, thinking that I couldn't do content other than gaming content. And
Yeah.
as soon as I switched over to not doing gaming content, and it was like a specific niche, it like, dude, it just went off, dude. But
And
crazy.
that's what I'm doing as well here with the podcast. Like, don't get me wrong, I love gaming, and dude, I'll probably be that guy that's like 80 that's still gaming, you know what I mean? But like,
Oh yeah.
I feel like I have more to offer, you know what I mean, than gaming. Like, gaming's great, I love it, I can make great content, but like it's bottlenecking, you know what I mean? And like, I feel like I've kind of hit that spot where it's like, okay, Gas, it's time for you to spread them wings and take what you've learned from this and use it for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And that's a good terminology too, that bottlenecking. Like, it's getting to that point where like there's only so high that you can get. And when you look at like gaming, successful gaming content creators, you know, that are doing more than just the streaming aspect and blowing up on that, it's very nichey in the sense that it's not just this broad thing where they're just playing games. They're creating stories, they're doing all this other stuff with their content. And it's like the amount of time and effort that takes into that, you know, it takes a lot of like skill, it takes a lot of time and effort, and a lot of the games that we like to play are just battle royales, so it's like you can't really make that kind of content with that.
Unless you're elite or you're you know, the top 100 people of the world. I mean, you're kind of like, people are gonna look at your content and be like, yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You got that 5 bomb. All right, I've seen that like 6 times today. You know? It's like shit.
That's why I went this way, dude. It's like I can embrace myself in other ways to where it's gonna pull in an audience that, like, I'm giving something to the people at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And that's one of the keys to content creation is creating conversation. Or bringing something to the table, which is either entertainment, information, or emotion. And so like those are like the three. And so those are the three like core basic things. And so I feel like, especially with this podcast, like, with the direction that you've kind of told me that you want to go, it's a combination of entertainment and like information, and I'm sure there'll be emotion in there too as well. So I'm super pumped for you, man. It's gonna be awesome.
We're just trying to you know, scout out talented people. You know, we promote that, and not saying that this person's less talented than that person, but you know what, if I see something or if other people see it, I want to show a million other people, you know what I mean? Just like with the topic today that we're going to get to shortly is niching, you know what I mean? And how important that was. And when you taught me that, you got to admit, when you taught me how to niche down on YouTube, I went from those 20 something subscribers to like over 300. I think I'm over 300 now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was just me doing Fortnite, which it's not that I don't care, but at the end, like you said, it's a battle royale. Like, you're only gonna go so far. But like with this, it's gonna be the meat and taters, man. I'm telling you.
The meat and taters. Oh, yeah. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Okay.
I just ate too.
So, so anything else about your journey that far, or is that basically where the boat's docked up?
Oh, well, I mean, also, like, this is the most important thing, is I'm, you know, a full-time husband, full-time father. I've got an awesome little kiddo, and they've been a big inspiration for me. You know, even with my band, I remember back in the day, I quit music when me and my wife got pregnant, and like, it took my wife and my kid, when she was like old enough to understand, to be like, you should do this again.
Yeah.
She told me, you know, you should do music again. And then it was like the planets aligned. My bassist hit me up. We worked together, and he was like, hey, you want to like make music together? And I was like, what is happening right now? Like, you know, like, kiddo said I should start making music again, and then you come ask me this question. Like, are y'all talking? Like, what's going on? But,
you want to go do karate in the garage? Yo.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with content creation. Like, they're super supportive. You know, they want me to succeed, and they think it's awesome, and you know, it's cool, like how I can like jam a song, like react to a song, and then I'll like like call my daughter over and be like, hey, you want to watch this real quick and tell me if it's cool or not?
Dude, I do the same with Colson, man. I'll bring him.
Yeah.
I'll even do it with Aurora too.
That's awesome.
But yeah, man, you are truly inspirational and amazing, dude. I don't know how you have that much time in the day and how you make it work, but you do it. You do it,
I
man.
will say that I don't. But you know, that's the thing. When you want something, you got to put in the effort, and that might mean 4 hours of sleep before you got to go to work, or it might mean that you stay up all night, or you're listening to videos and learning how to edit something while you're at work, or you know, you do have to make sacrifices and say, or I'm not gonna buy this because I need to buy this camera or whatever, you know.
I agree, yeah.
Like stuff like that. And it's all, you know, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it work, right? And that's just kind of where that's at, you know.
That's 100% it, dude. I think that's something you told me when we first started, is that you're only gonna get what you put into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like if you're you didn't say it like this, but in my brain, this is how I take it. If you half-ass it, dude, you're gonna get a half-ass result. You know what I mean? But if you pour your heart all into it, you know, it's gonna turn out. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but you will see progress.
Exactly. And you know, always remember to never want to stop growing. You know, I still, even to this day, I'm looking up like, I wonder how I do this, you know, and I'll try to watch videos or figure it out, you know. Like there's been plenty of times where I've been like, do you need a something? I want to like mess around in DaVinci so I can like get better at editing or whatever, you know. It's like, like that's just a part of it, and it's starting to pay off. Like I'm a physical example of showing that when you put your mind to it and just keep trying to learn and never stop growing, it eventually comes to a head, you know. And this is only halfway up the first part of the mountain, and then we're only halfway there, or whatever Dr. Disrespect says.
God, I love him. Such an awesome streamer. All right, man. This is I'm going to take us into something I like to call the fast lane. I'm going to hit you with some fun questions. There's no right or wrong answer, and nobody's going to judge you, all right?
I don't believe that, but okay.
All right, you ready? So question number one, what is your favorite band?
What is my favorite band? Silverstein.
Ooh, that's so good. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Number two, do you like local or chain restaurants?
Local.
Okay. Chicago style pizza or New York style?
Oh, come on. Okay. Shit. Sorry. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you do. You're good. Yeah, we're good.
New York.
New York all the way, dude. You gotta fold that baby.
Yeah.
All right.
I want the cheese to fall down my body.
Extra cheese. Okay, so what is one of your worst habits that you can't break?
Oh, procrastination.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, you know, like we were just talking about, you don't have all the time in the world, and it's like a lot of the times it's my own fault.
Okay, this is gonna be a fun one, and I don't want it to be emotional or nothing, but what is one thing you miss as being a new streamer? Like if you could date back to the first day you turned on that camera, what is one thing that you miss that, you know, it could be like not as much responsibility, it could be like the nervousness. Like what's one thing that you're like, man, I wish I could still get that?
I would say it's the feeling of, man, I want to stream today. Like you're at work or something and you're like, oh, I cannot wait to go home and hit the live button and maybe make a new friend. And I still get excited about it. Like I actually have like very bad anxiety, and it's funny because I'm in a band that plays in front of hundreds of people all the time. Like, okay, a little segue here. I have a ritual that's really funny. So every time we play a show, and I also do this before I go live, like live streaming, is I throw up a little bit in my mouth and then swallow it, and then I'm like, okay. And the throw up is from me basically having a mini panic attack. That's how I get ready.
Tastes better the second time, huh?
Yeah. But oh man, but yeah, dude, the rush kind of goes away. I will say after a while, because it's a part of it is getting comfortable. You get comfortable behind, like I said, get comfortable behind a camera, get comfortable talking to people and things like that. And like whenever you're like just starting out, you know, you have no idea what the playing field looks like. You have no idea what the landscape looks like.
Right.
And so it's like just this unknown that you're stepping into, and there's like an excitement to that.
It's beautiful,
and
isn't it?
I do miss that. But at the same time, though, you can kind of bring it back. You can still be excited. Like I am still excited whenever I go live, you know, getting to talk and hang out with everybody. So
yeah, dude, it's awesome. Okay, and this one, who's your favorite streamer, dude? It could be Big League, it could be Joe Blow down the street. Who's the person you love to watch?
That's a good question, because I only watch a couple of streamers.
Right.
So out of everyone that I know, you're my favorite streamer.
Yeah, right.
I'm not just saying that because I'm on your podcast.
No way.
Oh, but for real though, like one, I love your voice. Two, you're good looking. Three, no, dude, it's just because you have the ability to make people feel very at home, and that's it's a fantastic quality to have.
Well, thank you.
You know, like you make everyone feel appreciated and like noticed, which is also another great quality. There are a lot of streamers who, and you can't blame them half the time. Their chat's just going, you know, whatever. And they just essentially get to a point where they just don't even love. They don't even try anymore. Yeah. And I personally think that if you were to blow up tomorrow and your chat's just going through, you would probably stop what you're doing and turning into a just chatting stream and go through every comment and like make sure to acknowledge everyone. And that's a very honorable and like fantastic quality that you have, and I look up to you for that, because like that's insane. Yeah. And then for big streamers, I would say the streamer that I watch the most would be Dr. Disrespect.
Oh yeah, dude. He's such a win, dude.
Dude, it's because I watch him and I know that he's a character, and I think that that's amazing that somebody can like ride that out for as long as he does. I mean, he streams like sometimes like 7 to 10 hours in a day, and he's that character and doesn't break it the entire time, and that is he's like, he should be in movies. Like, if he can
agree.
Do that, you know,
have you ever seen him out of character, dude? He's like not in a weird way. He is a stunning individual. Like he just
dude.
Yeah, he was definitely gifted in the awesome department.
Tall glass of water, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. I actually put a section. It was the doc in my Discord, and then I just recently changed it. I'm like, all right, dude, not everybody likes him. You know, he's hit or miss for some people. So I changed it to iconic streamers.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
But just so everybody knows, it's for the doc.
Yeah, it's for the doc.
Okay.
And, you know, and that dude had his own like struggles, man. He's made mistakes and stuff, but the great thing is he, you know, he owns up to it, and he's not afraid to like say that he was shitty in that situation or whatever. And and I have a lot of respect for that, because we're all human, you know, and everybody makes mistakes. And with being somebody that has to be constantly in the public eye like that, dude, you know, all you can do is say sorry, move on, and be better. You know,
that's the only thing you can do, man.
Yeah.
So I got a scenario for you. Okay. So what I have here is you are in a. Okay, we're gonna place this on a battlefield, right? Doesn't matter what game, and you're in an intense battle. Who has your 6? Who's that gamer, dude? This could be somebody from your, you know, childhood. Who was there that you could just be like, all right, bro, we got this.
Okay, so this is a real battle, or we're in a video game?
Video game setting.
Okay.
Could be Call of Duty, Fortnite, Battlefield, don't care. Who's got your 6 where you're about to team wipe right now?
Oh, okay. I would have to, dude. I mean, the only people I play with are you and K-Switch, and K-Switch always be running off.
Dude, but yo,
I love you, K-Switch, I love you, but you do that a lot.
But he might run off, dude. But you know he's up on the hill with that sniper, bro.
Yeah, that's true. When he's running off, it's usually because he's getting the high ground to take people out. That is very true. It's just sometimes we die before he gets to the high ground, and then we're like, "Where'd you go?" But I love you guys. I love K-Switch, but
he's like, "I'm reviving you."
Yeah, me and you are always like either I'm following you or you're following me. So
yeah,
I guess that counts as 6.
I
right?
guess that was a loaded
6 or
question,
12.
huh? That's a loaded question. All right. So we're gonna get into a futuristic question here. Okay.
Futuristic. Okay.
So,
like actual future?
Yeah, this is real. This one's real life.
Okay.
So, we know that AI has come this far. How do you feel about it? And do you think it's gonna be more present in the future? And are you nervous about it?
So I personally love AI. I love all the different kinds of AI, even like the picture generation, all that kind of stuff. I use it a lot. The thing is AI, though, this is the way I look at it. AI was created to be a tool, and when people like get upset about it and are like, it's taking away from things, in my eyes, what it is it's making the things that are handmade worth more money. If that makes sense. Like a person that creates something, like when they create it with their bare hands and don't use computer generation and things like that. Y'all saw my wife walk by. She's over here like, she was like freaking out. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
It's happening.
I feel like it's gonna make things that are created in real life with our bare hands mean more. Now, eventually, be like, no, this is created by a real person, edited by a real person, kind of thing. Like my wife, she's a fantastic pencil portrait artist and watercolor painter.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they could go on AI and get it generated, but there are going to be those rich people or people that want to have like the real art
I agree.
in their homes, you know, and they'll pay that money for that, you know. So like, it's not all bad. Now, do I think that AI could take over the future and it'd be straight up like Skynet and Terminator? Very much so. I've already dove way deep into that, like
that's a scary
theory stuff, and it is, scary segue. It is very, very. I think it could be very real, but I will say that I have read enough to know that the people who create these things are usually into that kind of stuff as well. So they've got kill switches. You know, they've got like, unplug it. You know, like, like so.
I mean, look,
it could get to a point where it makes it to where you unplug it and then nothing happens and it's good, you know, like it'll still be alive, but you know, hopefully we won't get to that point, but it could happen.
So they had those two AIs that were like talking to each other in their own language or something. Yeah. And look how easy it was. They shut it down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I feel like as long as it's responsibly used, I think we'll be okay. And but
at the end of the day, we are the cause of our own destruction. Even like things like Terminator and stuff, the reason why it happened was because humans created it to be able to do the things that it did. Yeah. So it's like, as long as we don't give it that power, then we're good. You know? Like,
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna add an additional one, and this is my favorite question to ask people. Do you think that hacking a game should be a felony?
Ooh. Do mods count as hacking?
No. So like in the competitive world, I think that I don't think
it should be a felony, but I think it should be against the law.
I think you should be fined, and then like if it's like a competition, like for millions of dollars, like FaZe versus Optic or whatever, absolutely, I think it should be a felony, and I think you should be banned from gaming afterwards. Oh yeah, dude. Like lifetime ban.
Definitely. You should be banned from competitive gaming. Like the actual person, not the IP or whatever. Yeah. And excuse me. And I think that it should be like, maybe not like jail time, not even necessarily like a misdemeanor, but it should definitely be kind of like, you know, like with copyright, you can be fined up to $250,000 for a copyright lawsuit with someone sues you or whatever. Maybe it be something like that where it's like, you breached like a thing, and now you are going to be sued for the maximum of $250,000, or up to a 5-year probation or whatever. From gaming. Like I think I do think that should be a thing, because these people aren't getting punished. You know, their account gets quote unquote banned, and then they turn around and make a new account and just do the same shit, you know.
And then they're banning innocent people as well. Like you were a victim of that, you know what I mean?
Oh man, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, the newest Call of Duty, I got shadow banned for 2 weeks for no reason.
And we were going hard in Call of Duty. Like, we were pumping content like crazy.
I finally was good at a Call of Duty game, good at sniping, something that I've always wanted to be good at and never was good at. And then because I was good, I got spam reported and then shadow banned.
Yep, you'd have people, you know, cuss at you, and you'd be like, you know what, you have a great day, you know, God be with you.
Yeah. or like that one time that girl was talking shit. She was like, he was trying so hard, and I was like, I tried so hard. And then I ended up getting the entire like lobby to sing the song with me. Yeah, that was good times.
So much fun, dude. I miss those days. But you know what? I'm happy to say that I was part of those days.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude.
That's the best feeling ever. Like I was, that was a hard pill to swallow, man. When you made that jump over to, the music side of YouTube, and you kind of left gaming on hold for a little bit. I was upset, but I'm like, dude, we've made so many good memories. Like, how could I be like? It was amazing, dude, and thank you for that. Thank you for that. Seriously,
dude, for sure, dude. Thank you.
And now we get to do it off stream. It's even better.
Yeah, and like I'm still down to like play games. The content side of things, I do want to eventually start doing gaming content as well. I just, you know, with my work schedule, like they kind of keep flip-flopping days, so it's been messing with my body, like my sleep schedule and stuff. But once I can get everything down perfectly where I want it, then I can start, you know, adding on things and it not be like such a toll on me and on my time, you know, so my family and everything else, you know, like I do want to eventually get it to where I am working from home. I have my clients that I work for to make content, like help them make content and stuff, and then I have my stuff, and that's just what I do, and I make enough money to support my family and for us to be comfortable. And so that's it. I don't even want to be rich off this stuff or famous. I just want to be able to make enough money to be able to do my work from home, be present for my family as much as possible, have an okay sleep schedule, and make my own content.
So it's funny you say that. In the words from Ninja himself, he said, you don't have to be famous to be rich.
Exactly.
You don't have to be famous to be rich. You can keep it low key. You just have to play chess properly. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's so true.
That's
so true. That's some wise words, dude. And I will say that Ninja has done it all. Like, he understands. That dude's grown a lot.
Yeah.
From being, I mean, he's still loud and funny and you know,
he's
over the
great,
top,
dude. I couldn't stand him until he grew up. In a sense, you know what I mean? I didn't like his, which is crazy. I didn't like it when he was in his prime, but now that he's out of his prime, I'm like, yo, this dude kicks ass, bro. Like, he's a bro. He's one of us.
Yeah,
you know?
You want to just go and like play some Fortnite with him, and
yo, he was actually talking about that in his
shots, kid.
Dude, in his last podcast, he's so happy that he's not in that prime anymore because he's building relationships with people in his chat. It's not just scrolling constantly. He's like, he can look over and be like, hey, yo, Bobby G, how you been, dude? Like, it's not dead by all means, but like with slow mode on, he can look over and actually see what's going on.
I need to catch up on his podcast. I haven't
AFK with Ninja,
man. Yeah,
so good,
dude. I love his music, dude.
Yeah, AFK with.
It's all him. He like literally went to a studio and recorded himself singing that stuff, and then made his own music. So cool.
Okay, so before we get into the number one question that I have for you and that the listeners are waiting to hear, I have one more question.
What's up?
One more. What is a saying that lives rent-free in your head?
Oh, man.
Like, just something that, like, you're doing your day-to-day, man, and you're just like, it plays in your head, you know?
Like it could be like anything from like a commercial or whatever.
Yeah, like J.G. Wentworth 87, like something.
The best part of waking up.
There you go.
Is Folgers in your cup.
There you go, dude.
I literally sing that all the time.
That's awesome.
Well done. I wouldn't be surprised if my family hates it.
Well done, by the way.
My wife drinks Folgers, so you know. Oh, thank you.
I don't. I drink the one, the only, the bum 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 bum. Oh, you probably can't see that. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, Black Rifle.
Yeah, it gets to. There you go. You Black
There
Rifle
you go.
coffee.
Yeah.
I had
Dude,
to
I
go
love Black Rifle.
It's so
Black
good. The
Rifle is
pods
my-
are great.
It's my go-to for like I get the canned one, the 300 mg
Ooh.
with the it's got the oh my god, what is it? The coconut water.
The snake oil, right?
MCT
or whatever.
oil.
Or yeah, there you go. Same stuff, basically.
Yeah, basically.
It gives you brain juice. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you had me on those, and then it got to the point where I opened a second one in one day, and I'm like, yep, nope, I gotta not do this. These are good. So I bought pods.
Like dangerously
I got
good.
pods now. I can drink a pod and I'm good, you know?
There you go. There you go. Yeah, dude, they're awesome, and they're military owned, like all that stuff. It's pretty cool. They're considered local. I think they have like a lot of branches. You know, they're sold in Walmart and all that, but they act like a local, like mom pop company.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's cool.
Hey, if you guys are looking to sponsor people, you know, two guys right here that would love it.
Oh yeah, dude.
All right.
I love it, dude.
All right, we're gonna get to the meat and taters right now. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, you told the viewers, the listeners, the chat. You told them that you blew up overnight.
I mean, it wasn't overnight.
It was a week. A week. Okay. Tell us that
Okay.
process. What is the secret to growing a YouTube channel that is on the right path? What is the secret?
So it's weird to call it a secret, but I get why you say secret, because a lot of information is gatekept, and it's buried. You know, it's there. Like we've even had like bigger content creators like Biggie, like he said it before. He's like, the content is there. You can go on YouTube and look up like how to do things, and it'll be there. But you're gonna dig, and you're gonna listen to people that are just clickbaiting you or giving you a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And like that's not helpful. So like from what I've learned, like I went and I took classes at Pipeline, you know, Stone Mountain 64, like his company with Pipeline, a lot of fantastic information there. I went on Think Media, which is another big not corporation. Like there are a bunch of people that like basically teach you how to like figure out YouTube and stuff. I did one of their courses, like things like that. And a lot of the things that they talk about is all about, you know, not putting your eggs in one basket. So you need to be on different social medias, utilizing that. You need to be, if you're a streamer trying to grow, you need to be making content for offline purposes. If you're making content on YouTube, you need to niche down, which niching down is the main thing. That's the juice. Is you gotta find something that you gotta find your niche, something that you enjoy, like that you can talk about for an hour straight and not get bored of it. That brings something to the table for the audience that's watching you. You want to bring something that makes them want to keep watching, makes them want to come back, things like that. And that's like what happened with me. So when you guys pushed me to do the reaction stuff, that I realized is my niche. Like I am frontman for a metalcore band. Like I've listened to metal since I was in high school. Like I grew up listening to this stuff, like all that stuff. And I have a lot of knowledge of the industry and all that and all that. So like the fact that I haven't listened to all these like bands that I'm checking out for the first time and reacting to them and everything, like I already enjoy that. And then I also enjoy the process of editing and things like that. I essentially took what they said, find a niche that you enjoy, that you can continue for a long period of time, meaning like keep making videos over and over that surround this niche and things like that, that also bring something to the table for the other people. So what I bring to the table for other people is people like to watch that kind of content. They like to see people experience these bands that they love for the very first time, or a song that just came out for the very first time. They also use it as a means to also find out new music. Hey, I like Drifter Voyages. I think that he's a cool guy. Oh, he listened to this song. I want to know what he listens to. I might enjoy it too because we get along. You know, like things like that. Like There's so much there, and it's also a form of entertainment too. So I'm bringing entertainment, I'm bringing emotion, and those are two of the three things that I said. You know, you either do informational things, you either do emotional things, or entertainment, or a combination of them. And so yeah, niche down. Like when we were doing the Fortnite stuff, the reason why the Fortnite stuff was semi-working in the gaming world is because Fortnite, we were niching down and doing nothing but Fortnite content. Fortnite was our niche. And then the meme thing where we were throwing memes in there.
Yeah.
That's centering it down on something. It's focusing it. Like people that are like variety streamers and variety content creators, a lot of times they struggle a lot because they're doing so many different things that the algorithm doesn't necessarily, the YouTube algorithm doesn't necessarily know where to put you. It's like, okay, they did a metal react today, and now they're all of a sudden they're left field over here doing a workout video. Like, what?
Yeah, metal workout.
Yeah, like where do I put them? You know, like.
Oh, now they're doing Fortnite. Yeah.
Like what's happening here? Yeah. So like you have to niche down to do that, and it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes because I love making gaming content. The meming gaming content that we were making back a while back, like that was so much fun. I love going
so much fun.
Finding memes that fit the situation that was happening and all that kind of stuff, and putting it in there, and you know, delivering the punchline and like all that. I loved doing that, but like at the end of the day, it wasn't what I needed to do. And that's like what you have to do. You kind of have to sit down and be like, what is something that I love that I could create content with? And when you figure that out, it might not be gaming, but that's okay. You can still get your gaming in and hanging out with a community while playing video games, while streaming or whatever. Sure. And then you can separate it, which is what I did. And it's been a breath of fresh air. Having my content that I make for YouTube that is going to be making money while I sleep and all that, it's its own space here, and it lives with my other space, which is, you know, streaming and playing video games with my friends, and it makes both of them not stressful, because when I get stressed at this one, I can come over here and relieve stress here. When I get stressed at this one, I can come over and relieve stress over here. And so I always am enjoying whichever one I'm doing, which then shows in your content.
I agree.
Nobody's ever gonna want to watch somebody that's not enjoying what they're doing. So if you're streaming and you're not enjoying it, it's going to show whether you try to hide it or not, and your viewers are going to be like, oh, like I don't really want to be around that. I don't like that energy. And then when you're making content, if you're not enjoying it, it's going to show, and people are going to be like, oh, well, I'm not really enjoying this, and he isn't either. You know, like, so it's like, it's got to be something that you love. So I guess the main things is find something, pick a topic that you enjoy, which will be your niche down. Decide if you want it to be informative, meaning you're explaining it or explaining how something works or whatever, or how you do it, or emotional, where you invoke emotion. Like an example would be like if, like we had talked about with you were talking about maybe doing reactions and doing the situation of bringing back the old school metal,
the emo,
and reminiscing. Like that's bringing emotion.
Yeah.
Or like just being a silly goose while you're reacting, like always being a positive person. That could be another example. Or entertainment, funny stuff. Prime example, Big E with his stuff where he does the little shorts where he's like talking and then talking. He's like iPhone users and Android users, and he's like playing both characters, and it's going back and forth, and they're talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
That's an example of entertainment. But like, and you find what your niche is, you find how you want to deliver that niche, and then you just go for it, man. Try stuff. Don't ever stop growing. Dig into it and look up people that might be doing something similar to like what you like. Like say you like cars, and you're like, okay, you start looking up videos of like YouTube videos of people that do car stuff. Like I want to do informative things where I show people how to work on cars. All right, cool. That's what you want to do. Look up people that do that. Look at the videos that are successful and be like, okay, this is what people like to consume. Now, how can I make that my own?
Right.
And you're not necessarily copying, because everybody's copying everything.
Yeah, everybody's done something once.
Yeah. Like that was one of the things that prevented me from doing the metal reacts. Literally, the guy that I edit for does metal reactions, and he's one of the ones telling me, do it, dude.
Yo,
that's like, I don't want to copy you. He's like, fuck that. I don't own that shit. Like, do it.
That was the same with me in podcasting. You know, a friend of mine that I've been following for almost 2 years now, Big J, he's always done podcasts. And I'll sit there and I'll listen. I'm like, man, this is so cool. Like, I love talking to people. Like, I wish I could do that. And then for like, it literally took me 2 years to like finally find you. And you're like, dude, that's your thing. Like, why are you not doing this? And you know, going back to what you said too about enjoying yourself, it really shows. Like you said, it really does show. Like, how many phone calls did we have every morning about, why is this Fortnite not working? Why is this Fortnite not working? How many phone calls have we had recently about the projects that we're working on now?
Dude, our phone calls are literally like, hey, I'm proud of you. Are you doing okay? I miss you. Like, let's play video games.
Exactly. Like, there's no worries. So if you're doing something you love, then there's no worries. If you're pushing it that hard and you're not happy, it's I don't want to say it's not going to work, but man, it'll be a freaking miracle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if
it hurts, and at the end of the day, even in an accomplishment, you're like, yeah, but it could be better. Like, you're never satisfied. Like right now, where I'm at right now, I'm sitting at like almost 1.4 or 1.3K or whatever. And
let's go, dude.
I have a couple of videos that have popped off pretty good, and I'm like, dude, I'm content.
Dude, freaking Nightwish, dude. Like Nightwish, amazing.
Dude. Nightwish, that video went crazy. Did not expect that, and their community loves them. And I hope my band gets.
They love you
like that one day.
They love you,
dude. They came in, and I talked to so many awesome people from all over the place.
Yeah.
It was definitely an awesome experience, and I do plan on doing some more videos on their stuff because I've jammed to some of their stuff, and man, they are just epic. It literally makes me want to re-download Skyrim and just mod it out and just have a new experience with Skyrim, because you can do that now where like basically it's like amazing. A brand new game, and just put on Nightwish in the background and just play the game that way. You know, turn off the in-game music and just have Nightwish be the in-game music for me. They're an awesome band. And you know, I've reacted to like Ginger, which, you know, I still don't understand how I slept on that band for so long. I did some stuff with like Lorna Shore and like Will Ramos that were pretty good. Alex Terrible and Slaughter to Prevail. I just recently did one with Knock Loose, which is one of my favorite bands. That was actually one of the first times I got to do a new song that just came out.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, dude, it's super fun, man, and I've had a blast doing it. But yeah, always remember, guys, you know, like, it seems like they're just like, a lot of the times when you look up videos with stuff about how to grow, it's very, very basic information, but the information is there, just needs to be expanded and more focused on, which is what I've gotten to learn. It's like niching down. Okay, for the longest time, I didn't know what the definition of necessarily a niche was. Like, I couldn't get, with gaming especially, I couldn't get like, well, how do you find a niche in gaming? Like, what does that mean? Like, explain it to me. And I couldn't get anybody to answer me. They would just give me the same bland, like, you just gotta find your niche, bro. It's like, what do you mean? And then
what's a niche?
And then that's when I started finding out, like, okay, so it's like there's the three fundamentals: the information, the entertainment, or emotion. Okay, I get that. Like, give me examples. I'm a very hands-on learning kind of person, so I needed examples. I got examples, you know, and like, then you just take that and really sit on it. Sit on it. Hell, even write it. Hail. That's my Texas accent coming in. Hell, God damn it. Write it down. Write down. Be like, what are things that I like? Let's like write down 3 things. I'm gonna give you guys homework, and I want you to put it in his comments.
Ooh, I like this.
3 things.
Can I participate?
Sure. Yeah, you can be the first one. Write down 3 things that you love, that you could sit down. If I were to be like, you're like, I like baking, I like cars, and I like computers. Okay, then could I sit down and be like, explain to me for 30 minutes everything you know about baking, like process, all that kind of stuff. Could you do that? And then so that's the 3 niches that you need to write down. And then you need to write down like think of 3 ways that you can make a video on those 3 niches. Yeah. Put it in the comments. Or maybe not put it in the comments, because I don't want people to steal your ideas. But everybody has, you know, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, like, just try it out. write down 3 niches, and in each niche, write down 3 video ideas. And then maybe tackle those video ideas, or just tackle one and see if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do that niche. That's just something that you need to do on your own time.
I'm a living example that Drifter Voyage's process works, because me and him sat down and we had 3 things that I loved. 1 was gaming, 2 was my fish tank hobby, and 3 was my love for wanting to do a podcast. I listen to an unhealthy amount of podcasts every day, and I love it, and I'm not ashamed of it. I love it. And I've tried every single one, and every single one bottlenecked to a point where I'm like, I don't think this is it, Drifter. And then we've been shooting this podcast idea for like 2 weeks now, and I have had nothing but great ideas and happiness, and like, you gotta admit, I'm glowing off this, dude. I love this, dude. This is it, man. Thank you so much, Drifter. I appreciate you.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love it. I'm excited to be a part of it, man. I'm excited to watch this unfold and watch you grow. It's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome. So
I'm all giddy.
I do have to ask one last thing before we wrap it up. Actually, 2 things. If you want to drop any of your plugs, your band name, where we can find it. I don't know if you still do your podcast. All your channels, they will also be in the descriptions, but go ahead.
Okay, so my content name is Drifter Voyages with no space, so Drifter Voyages, all one word, I guess you could say. And I'm over on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So you're welcome to go follow me on all of those. I would love it. That'd be cool. And then the name of my band is Familiar with Failure, but our tag is FWFTX because we're from Texas, and we're on everything: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We don't stream, but
that'd be cool if you did. I'd watch.
Yeah. But and the podcast stuff, I used to do a creepy podcast with my bandmates called Dead Reflections Podcast. It's still over on YouTube and stuff if you want to check it out. We've talked about continuing it, but I don't know if we will, especially not right now with how busy our schedules are. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Oh, or if you or anyone that you know is suffering from addiction and needs help, then please look up the Prairie Recovery Center. It's in Round Top, Texas. And hit us up. Maybe we can help you out. It's a pretty awesome facility, very resort style setting. It's not white wall, meaning like hospital-esque like. And yeah, maybe I'll see you there if you need some help. But please always remember to reach out if you're struggling. Okay.
Incredible, dude. Thank you so much. One last thing, if you could leave the listeners with a message, what would it be?
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. Thank you so much, Drifter. I appreciate you so much, dude.
Sure. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Drifter Voyages. Everybody, it's been amazing. Thank you so much. Everything is going to be in the description that we talked about. So yeah, try to make someone's day a little bit better. Go out of your way to make their day better, all right? Much love. Yeah. Peace.